Radahn was holding back the stars. 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 But Radahn was holding back the stars. It's not fair because Radahn was holding back the stars. You know, I didn't think I would actually have to make this video, dude. After the first two, I think I dropped some pretty solid evidence, but it seems that there are still some doubters out there, so I had to come back and make this third one, even though I didn't want to beat on an already dead horse. I am the one who kicked the hornet's nest, so I have to be willing to fight this war, even if it's all by myself and I'm the only one. So here we are again, back at it again, the ranting guy, or more accurate to say the Malenia guy now, because I'm the only one actively defending her, or to my knowledge, I'm the only one actively defending her in this way. And last time, I did this in Radahn's place of residence, so I thought it'd be fitting to do this third one in her place of residence. You know, where she's still alive. But don't mind her pacing behind me, I just wanted to throw a little salt on those wounds that, hey, she's still here and your glorious power Dawn is nowhere to be found. But that's enough joking around. Time to get down to business. The question of the day. Radahn's gravity and him holding back the stars. These two comments are so prevalent in my comment section. I mean, every other comment was talking about him holding back the stars so it wasn't fair. Or that wasn't his real strength because he was just holding back the stars. Or that his gravity magic could wash her. I did my research and I went to discover why Radahn wanted to hold back the stars in the first place. Maybe I overlooked something and there was a big reason for why he did it. But even when I was playing the game for myself, I never understood why he had to do it. So I scoured around YouTube and the game and watched the lore videos and everything I could about the fight in Radahn. And what I found is that Radahn was holding back meteors from dropping on Celia. For those who don't know, Celia is the town of sorcery that you find in Caelid. And Radahn attended this town of sorcery, and that's mostly where he learned his gravity magic from. The reason why Radahn took on such an interest in gravity magic is because his weight and all his armor, he wanted to still be able to ride his horse, Leonard, the horse he rides when you fight him in his Star Scourge version. The other reason he wanted to take on this gravity magic is so that he could challenge the stars. The reason he wanted to take on the stars is because a meteor was planning to hit Celia, the place where he went to school at. Or meteors, as in plural. I have to be very conscious with what I say. But I want you guys to really understand what I'm trying to say here. His goal was to stop the meteors from crashing down on the land. The meteors, and destroying his school. The question to me, if Radahn is strong enough to halt the movement of all the stars in the sky, and he is strong enough to do that, why couldn't he just halt the movement of those meteors? Why did he have to stop the movement of all the stars in the sky? Not like Radahn can't pick up meteors. We see him do it in both boss battles, and multiple of them. Why didn't he just do it then? Maybe it's because he wanted the glory from it. Maybe it's because he wanted the title from it. The man who could stop the stars. He wanted to show that he could stop all of them so he could be admired for it. And he was. In doing so, he actively put strain on himself. So you can miss me with the argument of the fight not being fair because he's holding back the stars, because Radahn limits himself, though, and his pride drove him to hold back all of the stars, when he could have just gotten rid of a few meteors. But driven by his ego, his pride, and once again his recklessness, it drives him to hold back them all. So I'm having a hard time buying into the argument when his limiting is of his own doing. Which brings me to my next point. Radahn was fighting honorably, and that's why he held back against Malenia. Which, no he wasn't. I mean, we just went over why he was holding those back. To stop his school from being destroyed, and basically because of his pride. So it had nothing to do with his honor. And B, even if he was holding back to be honorably, it would just be plain stupid because they're in a full-blown war. Why would you come to a war to try to fight honorably? Especially when Malenia's mission was to actively take your life, dude. I mean, you gotta be some sort of dumbass to think that you can take her on at half strength. But considering who we're talking about,
I wouldn't put him past him.
And expecting Malenia to hold up to those same standards of fighting honorably in a war is just unrealistic. Sorry, not sorry. I mean, the war zone is not a place for friendship and honorability. It's a place for bloodshed, and she's on a mission there to kill him.